All right, guys, we're back here at the Tiki Bar at Red 5 Studios Live. I am bringing you a couple of the teams that played today. This is the team that these are the teams that played in the match today. These are people that work here at Red 5 Studios. The first team we have is my team, the Stellar Ponies, who let me down. Give me a hell yeah. There they are. All right, and the next team we have is the Brood. So those are our two teams, guys. Those are the devs. So did you guys have fun doing this today? Yeah, you guys gonna have a few drinks and hang out? Too late. So that's what we got going on, guys. So what we got coming up next is we're gonna do a few interviews. I just wanted to give props to the two teams that played today. You guys did awesome. Angry, you're still a camper. So that's what we got going on, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you one more small trailer, and then we're gonna bring in some interviews. All right, guys. So stick around for us. Do not go nowhere. Bye.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Tiki Bar. We have been playing a lot of Firefall today. Really excited about this game coming out from Red 5 Studios. And I'm actually here with Scott Youngblood, the lead designer, a.k.a. Cornboy of the Ponies.
Pony power for the win, although not this time.
With a last name like Youngblood, what do you need a name like Cornboy for? That's awesome.
It's, you know, I enjoy killing people with a really stupid name because
it makes them feel
more impactful.
Oh, okay. Right. The whole mic thing is still throwing me off. All right, so, guys, we have a ton of questions from you guys out there in the community, in the chat, checking out the channel, following us on Twitter and all that. So Matt's been scrambling his butt to get these, Phobos has been scrambling his butt to get these questions out here. So first up, what kind of features do you guys have planned for the game as far as teams or armies, in your case, being able to coordinate and organize their events?
Well, I mean, Firefall is first and foremost a team-based action shooter. I mean, we really are designing it so that you can easily find and play with your friends or your army, right, in more organized play. And we want to make that as streamlined as possible. So when you join an army, you'll be able to advance that army, teching the army up, receiving mutual benefits by doing that. You and your co-army mates can go out, collect resources, tech up, and then use that tech in battles to defeat the Brood. Obviously, the ponies need a little more tech.
Little bit. Needed to grind a bit more there, huh? But in the game world itself, in this huge, expansive game world, are armies going to have any kind of, physical representation of their power? They're going to have like a base or like a missile silo or a tower of a pony or something?
We have very large plans for our armies, but we're going to start with the traditional, what you would expect from kind of a clan-based or an army-based system to start with. You'll be able to fight with your friends, find your friends easily online, organize tournaments with your friends, and dominate online.
Cool. Well, I've been here for 2 days, and I didn't know any of that, so I should have talked to you earlier. So we saw a lot of PvP today. Could have been more if you know. So can we flip channels a little bit and have you explain a little bit of how the PvE will work?
Yeah, I mean, when Angry's not camping, he can actually find a squad, go out into the world, and do different sorts of activities in the game to further his army. Going out, collecting resources, running missions, advancing your gear is a very large part of Firefall. Is going out, collecting gear, teching it up, and really kind of specializing your gear for how you want to play. And the PvE is really kind of a set up to give players, that wide open, fun experience that, they can learn how to play the game at their own pace, before they jump into PvP if they want. But once you're teched up and geared up, jump online and kick some ass.
Cool deal. That's what we're all here for. So all this loot that people will be playing with, is there a way to trade that, like either in a one-on-one approach or in a more global, like, auction approach?
So we do have some interesting plans for our online economies. Definitely we are encouraging players to be able to trade with each other, as well as armies. We think that it's important that the resource-based systems has, strong meaning to the players. Going out, collecting those resources, and being able to get your equipment to the level that you want it to is a major part of the progression. And it also enables you to kind of specialize your gear to how you want to play.
As long as, nobody trades to the enemy army, right?
Well, there's always collusion, but I'm pretty sure that no one's going to be giving any sniper rifles to that angry enjoyment camper.
Doesn't look like they need to. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for
It's been great to have you, but we're going to jump right into the next guest right away. So we're not going to have, any more breaks. We're just going to keep plugging along because that's what we're here for. All right, so next up, we've got Dave Williams, senior designer. That's quite the title. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I had a whole lot of fun today.
I bet you did. Is there a name people would know you better by?
Searstorm was my title and is my call sign.
Looks like they need to speed up the walking rate for the medics a little bit, huh?
Yeah, it's rough, especially when the guy in front of you is sprinting and you're trying to keep up with a heel gun. But you do what you can when your job is to keep everybody alive.
All right. Well, actually, some of these titles can seem pretty vague to a lot of people out there. So, what exactly do you do?
My focus here at Red 5, I've been here for quite a while. I've been here for about 5 years. My focus is on a lot of the class progression, abilities and weapons and experience point curves and that sort of thing. So a lot of the items, a lot of the abilities, a lot of the weapons, that sort of thing.
You know, I'm really glad to hear that there's still a studio where no matter who you are, you're doing a little bit of everything. I mean, it's real gratifying to hear that. So your suffering as far as staying up late nights makes me a happy man. But yeah, guys, I mean, once again, any questions that you have out there in the community, you know, we have the chat, we have Phobos to jot them down. Feel free to send them to us. But in the meantime, what have you been working on most lately? What's been, you know, occupying your main crunch time?
Well, the last 3 or 4 weeks, the team I'm on has been working on the progression for the game. We added, probably about 25 new abilities to the game, probably about 10 to 12 new alt-fires to the game, lots of vendor stuff, lots of backpacks and battle frames, and lots of new modules that boost up your weapons and your battle frames and that sort of thing.
So we touched on armies a little bit earlier today, but I think that might still be a new concept, especially for the kind of game structure that you're going for. So how do armies level up exactly?
Army progression is largely tied to the tech tree, right? So as the players are performing any of the in-game activities, whether it's PvP, whether it's PvE, you know, maybe you're going out with some buddies and you're going to go run one of the thumper missions like they showed in the trailer. You know, these are collecting resources for your army. And if there's a particular piece of tech upgrade that you want, you know, you might say, well, the best way for us to get this is to go run a thumper mission over at the edge of Dredge, because that area's got the best resources for what we're trying to accomplish with our tech tree. And so that's really where most of the army progression is coming in, is that tech tree. So you go out, collect the resources, get them refined, get that new piece of tech that your army's been needing.
And obviously it's not going to be an easy task.
It wouldn't be fun if it was easy.
Wow. Okay, I'm kind of getting these handed to me. I need more hands, obviously, but here's a big one. Are there going to be any vehicles in player versus player?
Ooh, interesting question. Am I allowed to answer that question?
Matt wrote it down, so...
Will there be vehicles in PvP?
You wrote it, dude.
How do I answer this question? We haven't shown any vehicles.